Hey there, this is Carrie with Becky Higgins, and I'm here with another Project Life app tutorial for you. Now, photo overlays are a quick and easy way to dress up your pictures, but they also work great when paired with the solid color journaling cards that we include with each card collection in the Project Life app. So I'm going to show you some tips for using the overlays in the app, not only with your photos, but also with our journaling cards. The first thing that you'll want to do is choose the photo or the journaling card that you want to put the overlay on top of. So I'm going to go into my library, which is the yellow section on the homepage, and I'm going to choose a layout that is already in progress. Now you can see in the upper right corner, there is no picture or card. So I'm going to go ahead and tap that box, and then I'm going to tap on the photo icon to select a photo. It'll bring up my albums. I'm going to tap there, and I'm going to add the photo that I want. Now, in order to add the overlay on top of it, I'm going to tap that again so that it brings up my choices of adding a photo or a card. Now, photo overlays or the overlays are considered cards in this case. So I'm going to tap the card option. I'm going to tap the card option. Try that again. And then I'm going to tap in the upper left corner. You can see where it says Everyday Edition just above those cards. I'm going to tap that, and it'll pull up all of my card collections that I can choose from. From there, I'm going to tap Everyday Edition Photo Overlays, and then it will pull up the overlays that I have as options there. I'm going to go ahead and choose the one that says Moments. I'm going to tap that, and it's going to add it right over the top of my photo. Easy, right? Now, what happens if you decide that you want to remove that overlay or you want to change the overlay? Now, the great news is if you already have a photo there and you want to just change overlays, you can just continue to scroll right through and it'll add it right on top. So you can see how that's just changing through the different overlay options. But if I want to actually remove it, I'm going to tap the little X, and you have two options. The first thing you can do is come back out to your main layout and then tap and hold that and drag it to the trash can, and it will remove both the photo and the overlay. It won't actually separate them. It will remove them both. If you know that you just want to remove the overlay and keep the photo in place, then what I recommend is tapping the back button or the back arrow that's in the lower left corner. Now, because I did run through a few overlays, it's going to take a few times to get it through, but I'm going to continue to tap that back arrow, and you can see what it's done here is going back through all the different overlays that I actually placed on top there. That was the first one I added, and when I do that, it actually goes back to the photo. So depending on what you feel like is more efficient, you might just want to take the photo and the overlay and drag them off your page to the trash. Then you would just add the photo again and then add a different overlay on top. Otherwise, you can use that back arrow and it will go ahead and remove that back to the point where you only have the photo in that pocket. Now, I mentioned the idea of using the photo overlays on top of a solid colored journaling card. So I'm going to show you how to do that in the 3x4 pocket that is right there along the center row. So that second pocket over, we're going to go ahead and tap, and then we're going to add a card. Now, when you pull up any of our collections and you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the journaling cards, you're going to find a group of cards that are just a solid color. We've added those in to give you more options and flexibility in your journaling. Some people want just a nice plain color that's going to coordinate with their page, and so we added those in. They're the same colors that are available for you with each collection to use as backgrounds and also as fonts, but now you have the option to use them as solid journaling cards as well. So I'm going to tap the pinkish card that is right there, and then I'm going to tap on the card to bring up the journaling option. So I'm going to tap on the journaling box, and then it's going to pull up my cursor right there. I'm going to go ahead and add some really quick journaling using Siri. We've had such a busy month, period. It's been so fun watching you grow up, ! Okay, now that's pretty simple. If you want to adjust the text or the color or anything like that, you can go ahead and do that. I'm going to just wiggle a little bit. Let's see, we'll leave it about like that. And then I want to add the overlay on top of it. Now remember, the overlays function as cards. So you'll tap on the card option again, but because the overlays are transparent, they'll go on top. So you'll tap where it says Everyday Edition above those cards. It will pull up all of your collections. You'll tap on the overlays. and then you would choose the overlay that you want to put on top of it. And you can see right there what that's going to look like. Now, let's say you decide that you want to adjust the journaling. You can actually still do that by tapping the journaling box. And if you want to adjust the size up or down, you can do that because it's the only journaling there. I'm going to go ahead and just wiggle that just a little bit. We'll do that. And I'm going to go ahead and I want to center it just so it looks a little bit prettier for me. And then I'm going to go ahead and tap that. And you can see now that it lines up just perfectly, the overlay going on top. Another cool thing about these photo overlays is they work exactly the same in our photo collage section. And a lot of people like to use the collage section to actually just prepare either journaling cards to print and slip in their physical albums, or they just like to print their photos. So I'm going to click out of my page here, take me back to the home screen, and then I'm going to tap on the collage section, which is the orange section. And this is automatically going to pull up a 4x6 that has 2 3x4 pockets. So I would go ahead and I'm going to add, again, just a solid journaling card. You can choose from any collection. I'm going to choose the Everyday Joy themed cards. And I'm just going to add one of the solid colors for fun. And from there, I'm going to tap. I'm going to add another overlay on top. So I'm going to go back to my card selections. And I'm going to choose one from the Project 52 photo overlays. And I love this one right here that's white. Now, I could print that as just a filler card and I could slip it into a regular album, or I could go ahead and I could add journaling to it. Again, by tapping the box, by adding my journaling with Siri is always the easiest. Spring is my favorite time of year, period. Now, with this, I want to go ahead and change that font to white because it's going to stand out better against that green. I'm going to increase the size of that just a bit. And then that I could actually send off to a printer or print at home and then have that turn out to be a custom journaling card. Again, you could do the same thing with a photo if you wanted to add a photo. Again, just dipping into the ones that I have right here. Look at those cute little toes. And then I'm going to add a card on top of it. Tapping back, you always want to go and find the overlay set that you're looking for. And I'm going to tap the one on the bottom. And then that way I could send this little collage out to print and I would be able to slip both of those into my album. And there you have it, some tips for using photo overlays in the Project Life app. Whether you choose to include them in your full app pages or you're making collages to print and slip into a physical album, these overlays are a great way to add a little extra detail to the work that you're doing. Thanks for watching.